Happy Thursday and happy National Notebook Day. Wow, very exciting national holiday. I'm your host, Andrew, and this is Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. And hopefully today's show is more interesting than National Notebook Day. Who comes up with these? First up, in a new investment strategy, Tether, the stablecoin issuer, announced on Wednesday that it will begin regularly purchasing Bitcoin using a portion of its profits. Starting this month, the company plans to allocate up to approximately 15% of its realized investment profits to acquire Bitcoin, which will then be added to its reserve surplus. Tether then intends to store the purchased Bitcoin on its own without the involvement of any third-party custodians. Last week, Tether revealed that it holds $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and $3.4 billion in gold alongside its $82 billion USDT stablecoin. The company's reserves consist of 85% cash and cash-like assets, including U.S. Treasury bonds. Paulo Ardoino, Tether's chief technology officer, emphasized the long-term value and growth potential of Bitcoin, stating that the investment would enhance their portfolio and align the company with transformative technology. Grayscale Investments received news from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on Wednesday that Filecoin, or FEAL, is considered a security by the regulator. Grayscale launched its Grayscale Filecoin Trust earlier this year, allowing investors to gain indirect exposure to FEAL. As part of the trust's product lifecycle, Grayscale voluntarily filed Form 10 with the SEC for SEC reporting status. However, the SEC informed Grayscale in a letter that FEAL meets the definition of a security under federal securities laws, requiring the withdrawal of the application. Grayscale responded to the SEC's filing, stating that it does not believe that FEAL is a security and plans to promptly provide an explanation of its legal position to the SEC. Protocol Labs, the company behind Filecoin, has not yet commented on the matter. Following the news, FEAL, currently ranked 33rd by market cap, experienced a dip in value, trading at $4.54. Crypto lender Voyager Digital announced on Wednesday that it will be winding down operations and returning approximately 35% of customers' cryptocurrency deposits. The approval of Voyager's liquidation plan by U.S. bankruptcy judge Michael Wheels allows the company to distribute about $1.33 billion in crypto assets to its customers. Customers may expect to make withdrawals starting from June the 1st, with any additional distributions contingent upon further litigation outcomes. Despite 2 unsuccessful sales attempts during the bankruptcy proceedings, Voyager remains entangled in litigation with FTX, seeking to recover $445.8 million in loan repayments. If that reclamation were to happen, the 35% of recovered funds would increase to 63.74%. To facilitate repayments, Voyager plans to refund customers with the same cryptocurrency they held in their accounts, unless those included unsupported cryptocurrencies and Voyager's proprietary VGX token. And in that case, customers will be getting USDC. Financial technology firm Ripple has been making waves by acquiring Swiss-based crypto custody firm Medico. The acquisition aims to provide Ripple with expanded exposure to regulatory environments outside of the US and enable the company to offer a broader range of crypto products and services. Ripple tapped into its own cash reserves, utilizing $250 million to fund the deal, making it the largest transaction of the past year for the company. The acquisition is expected to enhance Ripple's suite of offerings and grant access to Medico's major clients, including Citi and BBVA, while increasing its international presence in the face of regulatory uncertainties and enforcement actions in the US. Ripple's decision to acquire Medico aligns with a trend among crypto businesses seeking to expand globally amid regulatory challenges, though recently the EU has taken steps toward crypto regulation with the adoption of the Markets in Crypto Assets, or MiCA, framework, receiving positive feedback from crypto firms seeking clarity in the region. And finally, Bangkor, a prominent decentralized finance player, is facing a class action lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Texas. The lawsuit targets Bangkor, its operator B Protocol Foundation, and its founders, alleging that the company deceived investors about its impermanent loss protection mechanism and operated as an unregistered security. The lawsuit includes charges such as violations of the Securities Act of 1933 and the Exchange Act of 1934, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment. The plaintiffs argue that they suffered losses of nearly 50% of their investments in the LP program and are seeking restitution, damages, and interest. Bangkor, through its B Protocol Foundation, played a pioneering role in DeFi. However, the lawsuit alleges that Bangkor's V21 product, which promised protection against impermanent losses, operated at a deficit, and the ILP mechanism was a false promise. The defendants are accused of attempting to mask the deficit by introducing a new product, V3, while maintaining control over the platform's operations and violating decentralized principles. Bangkor suspended its ILP in June of 2022, resulting in substantial losses for investors. And there will be substantial losses to my feelings. If you don't like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. Do you really want to hurt me? Thoughts on today's episode? Drop me a line in that comment section below because I read those comments and sometimes they're the only things that cheer me up. Questions about our headlines or crypto in general? Why not take the plunge and ask Alex in that description below? Alex is always a great resource for all things Web3 and the metaverse, and that about does it for today. As always, I've been your host, Andrew. These have been your headlines, and we'll see all of your beautiful, shining faces tomorrow.